like a Hellcat.
So guys, this is the Dominar 400. So guys, as you can see, this is the latest entrant from Bajaj motorcycles. As you can see the name, Dominar, which means dominate the roads. And it's a 400cc motorcycle. Actually, talking about the specifications, this is 373.2cc engine with a maximum power of 35 PS and same 35 Nm of torque. You can see this. This is a pretty good package which the Bajaj is giving in 1.36 lakh ex-showroom Delhi, which they are offering is. And as you can see, the ABS variant which also comes is around 1,50,000, which is pretty good. They are giving 400cc motorcycle in this range. And you can see the instrument cluster. Instrument cluster is showing the RPM here and total odometer, and as we do the set, this is showing trip 1, we do mode again, trip 2 and the odo, and here's the time, total speed, fuel. Unlike the KTM, they have not given the heat indicator as well as the gear indicator, but they have given a shift RPM light. Neutral indicator, battery as well as indicators, as you can see. And another feature which is rare, they have given a cruiser sport like a feeling, which is the Bajaj logos here. The Bajaj logos, engine warning, high beam is showing here, ABS light. So guys, this is the ABS variant, as you can see from here. As you can see the ABS light. This is the ABS light, high beam, low beam, warning, battery, low fuel. And this is the fuel tank. As you can see, this is the latest entrant from Bajaj motorcycles. They have given a good feel and good kind to the 400cc market present in the Indian bikes, or you can say mid-range bikes. This is 373.2cc engine with 35 horsepower at the rate 8000 RPM and same 35 Nm of torque at the rate 6500 RPM, which is pretty good. And max RPM, as I revved the bike during my test, it's 9500, which is pretty stable. And they have shared the engine with the KTM 390cc platform, which means you can see the same piston heads, same everything. But they have detuned the engine. KTM is typically 43 bhps and this one 35. So they have detuned and they have worked upon the RPM levels as well. Let's check the sound of this bike. So it's pretty like a crackling sound like the 390 KTM, but it's changed and kind of pulsar sound what the typical Bajaj gives. And now you can check the RPM meter. RPM levels with the this is the rev light, as you can see, and max RPM max RPM at 9500 RPM, as you can see. So guys, as you can see, it's having 800 mm seat height, which is pretty good for short riders as well. And as you can see, the ground clearance, which is 157 mm, which is also good for our Indian roads. But the belly fairing which they have given could be a rush, you can see. And they have given a pretty good 13 liters tank, which is good for, which is having a good fuel economy, and it is having a, as well as its top speed, which is claimed by the Bajaj officially, is 148. Finally here, it's officially launched. Firstly, in the 2014 Auto Expo, its name was given the CS400, which people recognize. And we can see the design elements as well, like this teardrop electronics given between the tank and this digital instrument cluster, as well as all the things which was there in the prototype CS400 on this bike as well. And this is having an ex-showroom price of 1.36 lakhs Delhi, which is pretty good for non-ABS one, and you can get ABS one around 150, which is also ex-showroom price. And as we were talking, this is with the same disc brakes shared with the KTM Duke 390. As we can see here, is having the same 320 mm disc in the front and a 230 mm disc in the rear, and same level of ABS, which we see a two-channel ABS, which is found here, and same shared brakes, the bi-brake company, and everything good, as well as pretty good DRL, and its name, the Dominar, which suggests dominate the roads, and it's made for typically night riding. I am not saying you can not use on daily roads, but this headlamp is given for pure vision in the night roads and night riding people who are crazy and enthusiastic at the night. You can see overall length is 2156 mm, and overall width is 813 mm, and overall height is 1112 mm, which is pretty good, and it's okay for lower riders as well. As you can see, it's pretty good for the lower riders as well, and it's maneuverable in the city. So ease and comfort, you can ride this in city. So guys, as you can see, this is the front suspension, which is 43 mm telescopic force, and it's not reverse or the inverted telescopic forks. These are the straight ones. And at the rear, you can see it's a multi-step adjustable monoshock, which is 77 mm diameter, and it's pretty good. While I was testing the bike, the suspension felt pretty good. Man, this is not stiff as the KTM offers. This is the bike for touring, taking it on the highways, and you can take it on daily roads. This is pretty good suspension what you get on the rear, and the rider and the pillion is having a good seat comfort as well. So preferable bike. So guys, as you can see, this is the on the rear 150 by 60 tire MRFs refs. See, we can see on the front, we can see MRFs refs. See, it's 110 by 70, which is pretty good. As you can notice, this is a 182 kg bike, but the weight isn't felt. On standstill, the weight is felt, but when you are on the move, the weight isn't felt. And easy maneuverability and everything. Pretty good bike in this range, man. Dominate the roads. Dominar. So let's just take it out. After the testing the bike and reviewing it, I felt pretty good experience on this bike, and the saddle is pretty good and has a lot of space for fat riders as well, so they can have an easy room and maneuverability in the city. So as we see, a 13 liter tank, 320 mm disc in the front, 230 mm disc at the rear, and with ABS, this bike has good and premium quality in which the Bajaj is offering the range, this thing. And as we can see, 13 liter tank, and good average around 30 to 35 kmpl. So you don't need to stop on few stations pretty early. And a side noted exhaust and a growl in this bike, and the LED headlamps which we were talking about dominate the road. Pretty good vision at night when you drive the bike. As you can see the vision right out here. In the daytime also it's pretty visible, and the white light is coming till here in the afternoon as well. And if you drive this bike in the night, it will have a clear vision, and a whole road will be ignited with this, the Dominar gives. And this is at the low beam. Now it's at high beam, as you can see. And guys, one thing to notice here is, if this light, main light is off, the high beam, low beam will not work. And you will think this is a malfunction, but this is not a malfunction. First you on this headlamp, then you can turn off these LEDs. The 4 LEDs, on low beam the lower will open, and on high beam the upper one will also open. And this is the horn, which is pretty good for Indian traffic, and overall a good bike in this range. First of all, I would like to thank Karol Bagh Baggaling for giving me the opportunity to review this bike, and the representative from Bajaj Baggaling Karol Bagh we have is
लोकेश कुमार. आई एम फ्रॉम बग्गालिंग.
ओके.
तो फ्रेंड्स, ये डोमिनार 400 है जो बजाज ने अभी लॉन्च किया है 15 दिसंबर को. तो 400 सीसी देखिए, मतलब पावर क्रूजर बनाया है बाइक को. तो प्राइस भी थोड़ा अच्छा रखा है. 1.5 लाख एक्स शोरूम रखा है इसका. 1,50,000 एक्स शोरूम रखा है. और ऑन रोड प्राइस इसका अभी 1,68,500 पड़ रहा है अभी. और एक नॉन ABS मॉडल भी निकाला है जिसमें एक एक्स शोरूम 1,36,000 रखा है जिसका. और ऑन रोड प्राइस उसका होगा 1,53,000. बाइक जो है पूरा 373 सीसी इंजन दिया है. जैसे DTSI पेटेंट इंजन, पेटेंट टेक्नोलॉजी है बजाज की. DTSI 373 सीसी इंजन है जिसमें आपको 35 bhp प्रोड्यूस कर रहा है. 6 स्पीड गियर के साथ है, और 35 Nm का इसमें टॉर्क दिया हुआ है. ट्रिपल स्पार्क है और FI सिस्टम है इसके अंदर.
सो लोकेश जी, आप ये बताइए ये बाइक आपको कैसी लगी?
मेरे को ये बाइक एकदम परफेक्ट लगी. जैसे मैं सर्च करने की कोशिश कर रहा था वैसा ही बाइक बजाज ने बना के दे दिया. क्योंकि मैं भी हाल फिलहाल में 1 लाख रुपये रेंज तक की बाइक देख रहा था.
हाँ.
लेकिन उसमें मुझे 150 मतलब 150 सीसी बाइक मिल रहा था या 200 सीसी बाइक मिल रहा था. लेकिन और मैं अगर 60,000 और पे करता हूँ तो मैं 400 बाइक मिलती है. 1,70,000 में बहुत ही बेस्ट बाइक मिल रहा है.
सीट कंफर्ट और जो सस्पेंशन है बहुत ही बढ़िया है. तो हमारे शो के आखिर में आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे इस बाइक के बारे में?